So welcome back, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. If you can read the text on the screen, it says, does Narc ever sit back once calming down and realize they done you wrong? He cheated and got angry. Didn't find out when I found out. And 2 days later, oh, fuck me. God damn it. So this person is asking, after a narcissist rages out on you, do they sit down and just think about what they've done to you? Do they know what they have done wrong? And if you're new here, I'm a narcissist. I actually have narcissistic personality disorder. The short answer is absolutely yes. Narcissistic people know that they are doing you wrong. They know that that's why they hide it from you. He said he cheated and got angry when I found out. He knew that he was doing you wrong. It's the getting held accountable that makes him rage out on you. Anger is a secondary emotion. It's used to cover up the primary emotion. In this case, it might be shame that he's dealing with. So instead of dealing with and processing the shame, he gets angry as hell at you to try to throw you off, to try to guard himself from that shame and things like that. And the way it normally works, a narcissist will rage on you, sit back, calm down, and be ashamed of what they said and what they did, and get mad all over again. They'll get mad at you all over again because they feel like you caused them to get angry. You caused them to rage out because you found out. I hope this helps, but yeah, he knew. So welcome back, y'all. If you couldn't read the text on the screen, does the narc ever sit back once calming down and realize they done you wrong? He cheated and got angry when I found out. 2 days, no contact so far. Y'all, ooh. So after the narcissistic rage, like you said in my video, it's like the rage or the anger. So it's not, so y'all, narcissistic anger is a secondary emotion, y'all. It just is. You know, rage is a secondary emotion. So you have to like peel the layers back. When you're dealing with a narcissistic person, toxic person, whatever, ask yourself, what emotion are they really scared or ashamed to express? And typically it's going to be shame. They're trying to avoid shame. So I caught you cheating, you rage out, you yell and scream at me, and then you do all this other stuff. Like, that's shame. That's the fear of accountability. That's the fear of their reputation being ruined. That's the fear of their life changing forever because you might leave them. That's what that is. After the rage comes a lot of times the narcissistic person, me personally, after I would rage out, do my whole yell and screaming and my adult temper tantrum or whatever, I would literally just be sit in silence, be like, I'm like, oh my goodness, why did I do that? That was an overreaction. I would be ashamed of my reaction, and typically the rage or whatever would lead to the silent treatment because the silence was me punishing them, but it's also me being ashamed of how the situation transpired. Me being ashamed of what actually happened. So yeah, it was both punishment and shame at the same time. Like I just didn't want to be held accountable. So you caught me up. You said what you said. Here comes the rage, but here comes the shame after the rage that I'm experiencing. You know what I mean? So I'm ashamed of what I did and things like that. So I don't even know how to express my emotion. So ask yourself, like, and I know it's hard in the moment, y'all. When you're dealing with a narcissist that's raging out at you, that's yelling at you and screaming at you, it's hard in the moment to understand, to ask yourself these questions. So later on, not when they're yelling and screaming, it's kind of like you have to disassociate and go out, have an outer body experience while they're yelling and screaming and raging, whatever they're doing, and sit here and look at them from above and just look at like, what are you actually mad at? What are you actually angry at right now? What's actually the issue that's going on right now? So ask yourself those questions right there. You know what I mean? Later on, because it's hard to do that in the moment because they're yelling and screaming and like throwing their hands and fists everywhere, whatever they have going on. You understand it, but you have to take a step back and understand. Like you see what they're doing. You understand the thought process. You understand what's going on. You see it. What emotion or what are they trying to avoid? What is the rage? Because anger and rage are secondary emotions. What's the primary emotion that they're trying to experience, y'all? My therapist said this. She's like, even my therapist said this. Anger is a secondary emotion. What are you really trying to express? When they're raging out, y'all, what are they yelling and screaming? Not about you. Take you out of it. I know it's easier said than done, but once the rage subsides and you have some time to think about it, take yourself away from it. What were they saying when they were yelling and screaming? My therapist told me to focus on what I'm saying when I'm yelling and screaming. I was like, nobody listens to me, nobody appreciates me or whatever. She's like, you feel underappreciated, you feel undervalued. So talk about it. talk, express yourself. So those are my primary stuff that I was trying to avoid dealing with. I didn't want to talk about my feelings or whatever because I feel like feelings make me vulnerable. Feelings make me feel weak. Expressing my feelings or talking about my feelings made me feel weak and made me feel both weak and vulnerable at the same time. You see what I'm saying? But this person that got caught cheating, what emotion are they trying to avoid? Shame, guilt, remorse. They're trying to avoid all of that. So here comes the rage to cover all of that up. You see what I'm saying? It's not always, it's not always that they're angry. Yeah, they're angry because they're being caught. They've been trying to be held accountable. They're angry because they're getting caught up. They're angry because a lot of moving pieces and things of that nature. You see what's going on. You know what I mean? You actually see the situation. You see what's going on. You see how they're running their lives and things and how things are going right there. You understand that. You know what I mean? So it gets to the point where you have to see you see it. Ask yourself again, not right when they're yelling and screaming at you, because like if you disassociate and you're kind of like staring at them like that, they might get mad. You know what I mean? It's not funny, but like if you're standing there like this while they're yelling and screaming at you, they might actually get madder and you might incite more rage to them. Yeah, you don't want to engage with them. You don't want to go back and forth arguing and stuff like that because they're going to talk over you anyway. In any kind of pushback, but you want to sit there and just like, yeah, cool, whatever you say. Don't antagonize them while they're raging because you just add fuel. It's like throwing gasoline on a campfire. You're gonna get a blaze. You don't need to do that. You'll end up a little campfire turns into a forest fire. You know what I mean? Smoke in the bear. Only you can prevent forest fires, and only you can prevent this little narcissistic tantrum from turning into narcissistic rage and stuff like that. But you have to protect yourself at all costs. Protect yourself. Like, if you need to give yourself some space after dealing with this, ask yourself, write it down. Yeah, write it down. Write it down. Write it. Get you a journal, get you a book or whatever. Write this stuff down that you're experiencing, because your emotions and what you're experiencing, they are valid. What you're experiencing is absolutely valid. You know what I mean? It is. It's absolutely valid. The stuff that you're experiencing is valid. It means a lot and things like that. So you have to open your mind up in self. So understanding what you're going through is valid, and ask yourself, what is this narcissistic person, what are they really trying to express when they're talking to you? What are they really trying to express when they're angry and yelling at you and fussing and fighting and kicking and punching and screaming? What are they trying to express? You know what I mean? Ask yourself these questions, because these questions are absolutely important, y'all. The questions are important. They really, really are. Understand it. Ask yourself these questions. But anyways, y'all, I'm going to wrap this up, y'all. In-person live workshop, me and Raw Motivations, Ben Taylor, another self-aware narcissist, are hosting an in-person workshop, Virginia Beach, Virginia, September the 24th. The link is going to be in my bio, or you can go to mentalhealness.net and find it. October 15th, Austin, Texas. You need to register for that. narcavengers.com. October 15th. And then November 19th, we're going to be in Toronto, Canada. I'm coming to Canada. We're going to be in Canada talking about this, y'all. Stay tuned for more. Like and subscribe for more. Mental Healness is out. Peace.